girl is so difficult sometimes.
Cassidy Quinn.
What's up, subscriber? It's me, Cassidy Quinn. It is prom season right now, which is pretty exciting for a lot of people. Mainly people ages 16, 17, 18, maybe even 19 if they were held back a year. But even for a grown-ass woman like me, sometimes you just really want to go to prom. Because prom is really f***ing fun. It's a f***ing good time. I miss prom. Cue the quarter-life crisis. So today, I'm gonna get dressed like I'm going to prom. And no, I did not go out to the store and buy a fancy new dress. Don't worry, I'm not actually going crazy. I'm gonna use things that I already have in my closet. Now I looked up the trends for this year's prom, so we're gonna go through each trend one by one and try to accommodate my look to go with all of the trends. Because if you know anything about being trendy, you know that you're supposed to wear all of the trends at the same time. That's how you can achieve maximum trendiness status. And that's what I do all the time. So the first trend is gold. So I'm gonna see if I have anything gold in my closet. I think I do. That is yellow. Gold, solid gold. Gold and gold. Yes! I found gold in a hopeless closet. Whew! Okay, so I've got a gold skirt on. So trend number one, complete. The next trend is red, so let's see what we can find. Red. Ooh, yeah, I am so shiny. I just want to touch myself. The next trend is white. We're gonna go with a sweater because you can't go to prom without a sweater unless you live in like Los Angeles or Florida. White, because it's not Labor Day yet. The next trend is a long slit in the skirt of your dress, but because I'm not that committed to this video that I want to actually cut up my clothing, we're gonna skip that one. Next, sweetheart neckline, which is my favorite neckline of all. I have the perfect one, the perfect one. We're just gonna layer. Layering is another one of the big trends, according to me. Okay, so you can see I've got this adorable pink sweetheart neckline. Pay no attention to the bunching in my butt. The next trend is sequins, which is actually like my name. C. Quinn. Cassidy Quinn. Who knew? My mom. She came up with that. Sorry, white trend. You're just not happening today. There we go. And the last trend is statement necklaces. Because who doesn't like making a statement with their neck? And I have just the right statement necklace. This color will go perfectly with the rest of these colors that I'm wearing right now. Up close and personal. So there's my super, super trendy prom. So now that I'm super fashionable, I'm gonna pull up a chair and tell you guys a little story about my prom. So my prom dress, hopefully, I think, looked a little better than this whole combination does right now, but there is a little bit of a funny story behind it. When I was in high school, and probably even more so now a few years later, there was this trend, besides all of these wonderful trends, to spend a lot of money on a prom dress. $100, $200, $300, so much money on a dress that you are most likely only going to wear one night in your entire life. But as a 16, 17, 18-year-old girl, you don't give a shit. You're like, Mom, Dad, give me that money because I need to look really good. My mother, who is a wonderful, lovely person, and she watches every single one of my videos, so hi Mom, told me that I could only have $50 to spend on a prom dress. Now as a 17-year-old girl, I was like, what the f, Mom? Give me more money. Because I was a brat. And it wasn't like my mom only had $50 to her name, so that was all she could give me. So I was pissed. I went shopping with my friends, and they were trying on all these expensive dresses. Eventually, I managed to find a dress that was on sale for $75. And I was pretty excited about this, because if you can find a prom dress for only $75, you are a pretty darn good bargain shopper. So I buy this dress for $75, and on my way out of the store, I call my mom. And I'm like, Mom, guess what? I found a dress for $75. Aren't you proud of me? And my mom was all, no, I told you I would give you $50, so you're gonna have to pay me back for that other $25. And I was like, are you kidding me, mother? $75. My friend's dress was just $150, and you don't see her mom complaining. I told you I was a brat, okay? And my mom would not back down. Eventually prom night came and I wore my dress. I was strutting my stuff on the carpet, taking pictures, and I looked pretty good in my dress. I was pretty excited about it. My dress looked just as good as any of those $100 or $200 dresses that my friends were wearing. And at my high school, prom is kind of a 12-hour activity, so you meet at like 5 o'clock, do the red carpet, then you go to dinner, then you go to the dance, then you go bowling, and then you do all these other things, and finally you return to your parents at 5 a.m. so they can make sure that you didn't like go out and drink and have sex or anything like that. So after the red carpet, we all went to the dinner. And what did I do during the appetizer portion of the dinner? I spilled soy sauce on my dress. So obviously in that moment, I was really pissed that I had just spilled soy sauce on my dress, but at least I knew that I had only spent $75 on this dress. So I was a lot less pissed than I would have been if I had spent $200 on it. Anyway, I went into the bathroom and one of my friends helped me clean off my dress and I had a great time the rest of the night, and you can only see the soy sauce a tiny bit in the pictures. So all in all, it was a great night. So the moral of this story is it doesn't matter how much your prom dress costs or what brand the label says, because you can still have a really freaking fun time. All night. All night long, all night, all night, all night long. Actually, the real moral is don't buy expensive things because you will spill soy sauce on them. I did that to my mom's computer one time too. That did not end well for the computer. Keep me away from soy sauce and nobody will get hurt. So thank you to my wonderful mother for teaching us all a very important life lesson today. So no matter how much money you spend on your prom dress this year, or no matter which trend you decide to go with, I hope you have an amazing time. Or, like me, sit at home and wish you were having an amazing time at a prom. I'm gonna go find a prom date right now. See you guys later! This is how we danced at prom when I was a kid. Just kidding. I'm really not that old. I don't know why I'm making myself sound like an old woman in this entire video. I'm barely older than Taylor Swift and J-Law, okay? So this is actually how we danced at my prom. Oh, couldn't see me? I was doing the Jersey Turnpike. If you guys could get out of my closet, I'm gonna go get dressed for work now. Actually, maybe I'll just wear this.